Hello friends, welcome back to another show. We are going to do a new letter today and I am super excited that you have tuned in. So let's talk about the kindergarten readiness goals that you're going to learn about today. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to identify upper and lowercase letters. And we're going to have one new letter we're going to learn about today, but you're going to see what that letter looks like when it's big and what that letter looks like when it is little. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to use crayons or markers or a pencil to develop your fine motor skills. That's going to make your fingers really strong. So we're going to work on your fine motor skills today. So for today's show, you're going to need some paper. You're going to need a piece of paper. And then you're going to need your markers or your crayons or whatever you use to make or draw your letters. Okay? All right, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So, this is actually our new letter for today. If you look at this really closely, I want you to tell me, what letter do you see? This letter looks a little different, so I'm going to make it again so that you can see the letter that you may be used to. It looks like this. All right. If you don't know what letter that is, I understand. But what about now? Do you know what letter that is? Okay, so some of you do know and some of you do not, and that's okay. That's why you're here today. So today we're going to learn about the letter I. Can you say I? Great job. Yeah, today we're learning about the letter I. And you're going to learn how to make the uppercase letter I and the lowercase letter I. Okay, this is upper because it's bigger, and this is lower because it's smaller. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to practice making the letter I. And we're going to do the uppercase letter I, and then we're going to practice making the lowercase letter I. Okay? All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the uppercase letter I. And when you make the letter I, you'll need to draw a straight line down on your paper. And then you're going to draw a line across at the top. And then a line across at the bottom. And that is how you make the uppercase letter I. Remember, practice makes perfect. So let's do it again. You're going to draw a straight line down. And then you're going to go across at the top and across at the bottom. Great job. All right, we're going to do it again. Straight line down, across at the top, and across at the bottom. We are making an uppercase letter I. And one more time for practice. Straight line down, across at the top, and across at the bottom. Because remember, practice makes perfect, but you have to keep practicing. All right, So now Miss Bacon's going to erase her uppercase letter I's, and now we're going to practice drawing lowercase letter I's. That's the little letter I. So when you draw the little letter I, you're just going to draw one straight line down, and then you're going to put a dot, which is a circle, at the top. Don't forget, practice makes perfect. You're going to draw a straight line down and a circle at the top. That's how you make the letter I. Straight line down and a circle at the top. And one more time. Straight line down and a circle at the top. All right, so now that you know how to make an uppercase letter I and a lowercase letter I, we're going to do it one more time. So when you do an uppercase letter I, it's a straight line down, line at the top, and a line at the bottom. And we're going to do it one more time, straight line down, with the line at the top and a line at the bottom. And that's an uppercase letter I. Then when you do the lowercase letter I, it's a line down and a dot or a circle at the top. One more time, straight line down and a dot or a circle at the top. All right, friends, I'm sure you know what time it is. If you have tuned in to all of my letter shows, you know what time it is. It's picture time, and I love picture time. So since we're talking about the letter I today, the first picture we're going to look at is I for igloo. I for igloo. And if you don't know what an igloo is, that's okay. You normally don't see igloos where we live at. And you can only find an igloo somewhere where it's really cold, because it has to be very cold in order to stay frozen. So here's another picture of an igloo. And then I know you know what this is a picture of. This is a picture of ice cream. And I'm sure most of you like ice cream. I love ice cream too. And this is a picture of an insect. I for insect. And an insect is like a bug. It's a bug. It's a small bug. I for insect. And this is a piece of ice. Some of you guys may like to eat ice. I is for ice. You can get ice out of the freezer. And it is just like an igloo. It has to stay cold too so that it can stay frozen. I for ice. And these are icicles. I for icicles. So sometimes when it rains and it gets so cold outside, you will see where the rain is dripping off of something and it freezes. And that's how it makes icicles. So I for icicles. And then the last picture we're going to look at is I for inchworm. I for inchworm. And it is just like a worm, but it's small. An inchworm is a small worm. All right, so you guys see all of my cool pictures that start with the letter I. So now you've already practiced writing your letter I. So now you are going to draw a picture of something that you like that starts with the letter I. Okay, so you can draw a picture of an igloo, ice cream, insect, ice, icicles, or an inchworm. Or maybe you have a friend whose name starts with the letter I. Maybe you can write your friend's name. Whatever you want to do that starts with the letter I. All right, friends, so you're supposed to be busy drawing your picture. I'm actually going to draw an ice cube because I like ice. And did you know that ice is the shape of a square? So I'm going to draw a square. A square has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is my ice. And then I'm going to draw a little bit of water, just like on the picture. I'm going to draw some water around my ice. And this is going to be my little ice cube. So I drew ice for my letter I picture, and I know you're drawing something cool too. Great job, friends. So I drew ice for the letter I. All right, friends, so we learned about the letter I today. We wrote a capital I, uppercase. We also wrote a lowercase I. Then we looked at pictures of things that start with the letter I. And the last thing we did was drew a picture of something that starts with the letter I. So I hope you enjoyed our show today, friends. Make sure you subscribe and tune in so you can see what our next new letter's gonna be. I can't wait to see you at the next show. Have a great day, friends. Bye-bye.